About time you came back. Must have been a busy night to have you out that long. I didn't realize that you also made house calls. I do hope you charged extra for that. I hope you don't mind. I decided to make myself a little more at home. I didn't know when you would be coming back. This chair is very comfortable. Much better than the one you have your patients sit in. By the way, it wouldn't kill you to have some whiskey or something around the place. How are you supposed to properly entertain people when they come in for a consultation? Don't worry about those. You won't need them for this meeting. Why don't you just sit down? Make yourself comfortable, like I have. You probably have been on your feet for a very long time, judging by how much blood is on your clothing.
I said sit down.
Good, Doctor. You know, this meeting will be a lot more pleasant if you just listen. Speaking of listening, let's talk about what we discussed last time I was here. Do you need a reminder? Last month, when I was paying you a visit. In fact, if memory recalls, I sat in this very chair. No wonder this felt like deja vu. Anyway, I said you're not to treat anyone that wasn't part of my gang anymore. I'm pretty sure I said it very clearly, and slowly, and plainly. There was no way you could confuse my words for anything other than what I meant. And yet, last night, guess who one of my boys saw limping out of this very office? Not only that, but guess who saw them getting handed a bottle of pills and being told something to the equivalent of, "Take 2 of these and call me in the morning." Are you really that shocked that I had your place watched after the last warning I gave you? I admit, I can be a little arrogant, but I'm not foolish enough to think you wouldn't try to ignore me again. I came down here once again, personally, so that we could have a perfectly civilized conversation about the issue. To the topic at hand, you treated one of the Nagiri, my biggest rival. I use rival lightly. They're more like the biggest thorn in my side at the moment. With them constantly trying to take over bits of our turf. Truth be told, I have much more colorful language for them. Now, from what I remember, the Nagiri don't own the patch of land that your little clinic is on, do they? So if they don't own it, I wonder who does. That's right. I do. I own the land that your clinic is currently sitting on. And since I'm the owner of the land, I get to make certain... What's the word I'm looking for? Requests seems too gentle. Let's try... demands. Ooh, yes. I like that. I get to make certain demands. One of them was very clear and very simple. I'll let you keep this little free clinic. I'll let you keep helping those poor, unfortunate souls that can't afford a proper hospital bed. You simply just don't treat members of rival gangs. I didn't think that was unreasonable. I didn't even make you pay the usual tax that all your neighbors pay. Which, by the way, since you don't charge your patients, you wouldn't have been able to pay anyway. I taxed you with but one simple thing. It wasn't even that hard. Turn away any of the other gangs that come for your help. And if they gave you trouble, I would even have your back. You were never in any danger if you said no to anyone else. Oh, no, 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 no. You just did it because you have such a big heart, don't you? Oh, how noble of you. But unfortunately, you're not in business with noble people. You're in business with people like me. That doesn't matter? I see. Well then, maybe I need to be a little more forceful. Why don't you open the bag and find out? Oh, what's the matter? Don't you recognize your patient from last night? I mean, it might be hard to tell from just the head. I can see why you might have wanted to help him, though. A very handsome face on this one. Should have gone into modeling, rather than the gang life. Sad, really. He could have had a very happy life. Probably could have made some good money as well. You know, for a doctor, you seem very squeamish right now. What is it? Is it the blood? A detached body part, perhaps? I would have assumed you would have gotten used to these things at a medical school. Maybe I should have just brought you his leg instead. Maybe his heart? Organs seem to not cause such a drastic reaction. But I did know that the head would get my point across, more forcefully. There's something about seeing a dead face that just drives the point home, don't you think? I did it because I could. And to send a message. A final message to any other gang that tries to come to your clinic for a quick fix. Your clinic belongs to me. It's mine. And with that, you belong to me. Any other scum that tries to come here that is not part of my gang will end up just like this poor soul here. Healed one night, headless the next. I think this is a perfect way to clear up any confusion. Don't you? I did warn you. And I was very clear. You know what I am. You know who my gang is. You know exactly what we are. It's one of the reasons why you are one of the most sought-after doctors in all of our little underworld here. Dragons don't like sharing. What's ours is ours, and we don't take kindly to others intruding on our territory. Or touching that which belongs to us. You like to think that you're not. But as soon as you set up this pathetic little shack on my territory, you became my property. Maybe you should have done a bit more research before you bought the building. Or maybe you should have just asked yourself, was my protection from prying eyes really worth putting your clinic here? You took it. You made the deal with the devil. Did you really think you could just change the terms now that you wanted to? Cute. Now pack your things up. I didn't think I stuttered, did I? Pack your things. Because until you learn how to behave and do exactly as you're told, I will be keeping a very careful watch on you. You're going to be moving your entire operation here to a small guest house that is on my personal property, next to my mansion. I wouldn't be arguing if I were you. Do you know how lucky you are? If anyone else had pulled the shit you pulled over the last couple of years,
I would have skinned them in the streets to set an example for anyone else that had decided to be that cheeky with me. Because I am not a man that takes kindly to people thinking that they can pull a fast one on me. Especially when I know that they are smarter than that. It's disappointing and insulting. And one should never insult a dragon.
but I would be stupid in thinking you were so easily disposable. You are a doctor, after all. Not only a doctor, but one that has knowledge in shifter anatomy. That's very rare indeed. And I'm not one to be wasteful. So instead, we're going to have to spend some time retraining you. And I have been told that I am a very good teacher. So, this is the last time I'm going to repeat myself with you. Pack your bags. I'll be waiting outside in the car. Oh, and don't think about running. I have a man stationed at every exit. A small little human like you won't be able to escape a gang of shifters. Don't make me wait long, Doctor, or I'll just pack you up myself.